What is going on, guys? It's Justin from the J Media, back with another video. So you guys might have saw the last video and saw what happened to my Ralliart. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, pause this video, watch the previous video. But to put it short for you guys, pretty much I was driving home and I thought I had a flat tire. I had a pop and my car couldn't move. But upon inspection, it was at night so I couldn't really see clearly. Upon closer inspection, it seems like my caliper actually came loose off the rotor, which is pretty scary, and actually scraped the wheel. It's hit it so hard that it actually cracked the wheel and air came out of the wheel. That's why I'm a flat tire. So anyways, let's go ahead and assess the damage. Alright, so here it's my Mitsubishi Lancer Ralliart, and passenger right, passenger front. As you can see, tire is totally flat, so no, it's not a slow leak or anything. I thought maybe I hit a huge nail, but this caliper here is actually loose. So if you guys see the bottom of the rotor, the caliper is supposed to be in all the way. This part kind of fell off. Yeah, so first things first, we're gonna try to jack up the car, put it on jack stands, and take off the wheel and assess the damage. See if we can put the caliper back together. Alright, so wheels off. As you guys can see, this is sketchy business. Look at that gap. This thing is supposed to be like this, not like this. Sketchy business. My guess is, yeah, one bolt pretty much came loose from the back of the caliper, and because of that, it pretty much messed up the wheel. As you can see, it rubbed all around here and huge holes in the wheel, which caused the tire to deflate. Alright, thankfully for me, it's a pretty easy fix. It's just missing a bolt on the back. So let me see if you guys can see it here. So pretty much what has to happen is there's the caliper bolt right here to hold the caliper in place, and it's supposed to be one more up here, which you can see there's no bolt, and that's supposed to hold it in place like that. It's missing a bolt. I don't know what happened. Whoever who put it on never put it on tight. So yeah, bolt, missing bolt. So I actually took out the other caliper bolt left behind. So this is all it is, a 17mm bolt that came loose. Again, I'm not sure, was it during installation or maybe just over time, vibrations, it just came loose. So guys, whenever you do installs on like brake calipers, anything like that, brake jobs, make sure, besides using a gun, you want to hand tight it too, especially these caliper bolts, because you don't want stuff like that falling off. It can get pretty dangerous. And if you must, use Loctite as well on the threads. Alright, just made a little pit stop to Advanced Auto, so I picked up some bolts because I didn't have this bolt, which is what I'm missing. So again, 17mm, this size, fell off. They weren't able to find the exact ones. Of course, if I went to a dealership I could, but dealerships are closed. So I went ahead and found ones in the same thread pitch. I went ahead and went on the thread pitch wall, same size, same length. And I also, for extra precaution, I went ahead and got some thread locker. You guys don't know what this is, you pretty much put it right here. This one is the thread locker red, which is the strongest. You have your blue, so you just put it on the threads on the bottom and it helps stay on tight, just so over time it doesn't come out. So that's what I'm gonna do. Make sure it's good, put it back on, shoot it with a gun, but also hand tight it afterwards to make sure. thread locker on the bolts. Right now all that's left to do is throw it back on the car. Alright, all done. Went ahead and put in the bolts. This is the new one. You have the other one up here. So like I said, I went ahead and Loctite it. Nice little Loctite. And make sure after shooting it in, you also want to do it by hand as well, just to make sure it's nice and tight. Alright, and thankfully I have the OEM wheels. Whenever I bought it, previous owner threw them in the sale. So I have wheels to rock. I'm gonna go ahead and put on the wheel. The plan is I'm gonna throw all 4 spare stock wheels back on the car. Alright, so that's pretty much about the set, but finally managed to get this wheel on. Looks a little bit funky, but hey, just the job before I get my new wheel. The plan is I'm going to go ahead and toss on the stock wheels on all 4 corners so they're not mismatching. Let's go ahead and start her up. I'm going to move the car on the driveway so that we are able to have more space whenever we take off the wheels and tires. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, let's start her up. I missed this thing. Let's go ahead and put her on the driveway and change out all 4 wheels. Alright, car's on the driveway. Let's go ahead and swap out all wheels to the stock wheels real quick. Gotta make sure to top out the tire air pressure too, because I think the one I just threw on red, low tire pressure. Let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so I have all 4 stock wheels back on. Aftermarket RPF ones, 3 of them here, broken ones in the hatch. So don't forget, you want to torque down your wheels. Last thing you want is you're driving down high speed and your wheel flies off. So make sure to torque it down to spec. And a general rule of thumb, if you don't know what to torque your wheel down to, every car is different. Make sure to look it up. I usually torque mine down to like 80 or 90 foot-pounds of torque. If you have a truck, stuff like that, you want to torque it down more. But 80, 90 for most Japanese cars is good. So yeah, let's go ahead and torque down all 4 wheels. And I have a 5 lug. The way I like to do it is I like to do a star pattern and then go 1 round 1 more time. So let's go ahead and torque the wheels down. Alright, so you guys think that might be done, but wait, there's still one last thing. Since I haven't had the tire pressure checked in quite a while, might be low on air, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and hook up this little guy to the car and top up tire pressure all around, make sure it's filled full of air. Alright, so actually off camera, after I fill up air, problem after problem, I tried to move the car out the spot on the side, street parking. Car wouldn't start, so I needed a jump start. Yeah, I didn't know where my jumper cables went, so I had to go to Advanced Auto Parts, pick up jumper cables. My little machine to fill up air wasn't doing too good, so it's old. Bought a new machine to fill up the tire pressure. So yeah, all that's off camera. Wife was really supportive, brought me to Advanced Auto twice just to pick up parts and help me out with, you know, topping up air pressure as well. So all in all, I think we're pretty good. I'm just gonna monitor again tomorrow morning, leaving the car overnight. Make sure the tire pressure is good because all 4 tires were really low. I think like 15 PSI. Probably been sitting for a while, you know. So yeah, I wanna make sure there's no leaks in the air, anything like that. Make sure the brakes work good, more importantly. And then I think we're good to go. So I'll probably have to buy new wheels, new RPF ones, just one. Hopefully, fingers crossed, the tire's not too bad. I don't have to buy one. Probably bring it to like Discount Tire for them to inspect it, make sure everything's good. And then yeah, we can throw back the RPF ones in the future. So if you guys stayed to the end, make sure to leave a thumbs up. It was pretty scary, like I said. You never know. Whenever stuff like that go wrong, you could potentially get into an accident. You could potentially die. So I just think, you know, every day get grateful, stuff like that. So unless you're protected, could have been a lot worse. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.